Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another episode of my FM21 save with Ajax. We are here for the final two group stage games of the Champions League, away against Eintracht Frankfurt and then at home against Spurs. But first, let's check out the matches that we played after last episode. After the 3-2 win against Spurs away from home, we beat AZ 4-0. We beat Milan 2-1 away from home. We beat NOC Breda 3-0. We beat Vitesse 3-2, we beat Milan at home 3-1, and then we beat Sparta 4-0. And that brings us here, and that also brings us to top of the league, where we belong, on equal points with Utrecht and AZ, 1 point ahead of Willem II, who have played one game more than us. We are, as you can see, qualified already for the first knockout round of the Champions League, so that is very good. So these final two games, the only thing that we can make a difference in is if we finish either first or second. And of course, I'm hoping we're going to finish first. We are 1 point ahead of Milan, but we do have a game in hand, which we're going to play right now. So that could make the gap 4 points, which would give us first place. So a win here today against Eintracht Frankfurt would give us first place in the group, which of course is what we are after. So let's just get straight into it. Dolberg and Borré, also the two top goal scorers in the Champions League. Great to see that. And Anthony up there in assists as well. Also, it is October. January transfer window is getting closer. I saw somebody commenting on one of the previous episodes asking for major transfers again, like we did in the first or second season, to do something like that again, because we needed some extra addition to the team. Well, I can tell you that I've got something in the works, and I'll show you guys that as soon as it happens. So that will probably be next episode when the transfer window has finished. But I can already tell you it's gonna be a great transfer window for us, unless we lose some key players, but I'm not counting on that happening. Let's just get straight into the game. This is going to be the starting lineup. It's Onana in goal, Markovic, Alvarez, Gvardiol, Piri, Çalhanoğlu and Kudus, Anthony and Asensio, and then Borré and Dolberg. And to finish off the team, let's get into it. Piri doesn't play a lot for us, but Blind is unable to play, so we're gonna play him. He is good enough to play there. He is a very solid player. He's just he hasn't gotten any chances from us yet, because he's just a little bit behind the first team players. He does have a lot of potential starting the save. I don't know if he has the same kind of potential still, but he does have a lot of potential when you start the save, which is still a good incentive to give him some game time. As you can see, Frankfurt have lost 3 of their last 5 games. We have won every game of the last 5 games, so we're in very good form, and I'm hoping that we can show that right here today against Frankfurt away from home in Germany. At home we drew 2-2, so but that was also way earlier in the season when we pretty much drew every game 2-2. So I'm hoping that we can just keep our good form going here, and we can beat Frankfurt. Borré with a chance, maybe Asensio with a good first shot, but it is saved by their goalkeeper. And we got the corner kick, which Anthony actually puts into the net. 1-0 after 18 minutes. And even though he is in the top 3 of most assists in the Champions League, he gets his goal, deservedly so, and he puts us up 1-0 away from home against Frankfurt, which would give us first place in the group. Piri now with the ball again, but that pass was poor, and Kevin Trapp can easily pick up that ball and set up a counter-attack for Frankfurt as well. Jovel Yates chips it over Onana, and it's already 1-1. Going very, very quickly, hoping that we can get the more of the goals and that we can keep Frankfurt to only 1 goal. At least that's what I'm hoping. But they are a very good team. They have very good players. Anthony could go for it again, and he does. His 5th goal of the season and his 2nd goal of the night. Just before the half-hour mark, he makes it 2-1 to us, which again would secure our first place in the group, which could possibly mean that we cannot face some of the big teams in the first knockout round. Dolberg tries to make it 3, but it's offside, and he didn't even finish it either. But as you can see, we cannot face Man City, we can't face Lyon or Dortmund. And let's see if we can see any other tables. Chelsea or Juventus are still up for grabs, or Porto even. Barcelona, Bayern, or Rangers, or Shakhtar. Alright, so a lot of groups still undecided, which is very exciting for the final match day of the group stage, which we are gonna get to right after this game, of course, as we always do. But first, let's try to win this, because otherwise we still do not have that first place secured, and then we would have to do it against Spurs, which is going to be a very tough game. Or Frankfurt have to keep Milan to a draw. But let's not count on that. Let's count on us winning this game and just securing that first place and more prize money and more coefficient points, which is all so important, not only for the present but also for the future, and also for the future of Dutch football as a whole. Other teams can maybe get some better players, more prize money, and maybe do something in Europe as well. But that is very far in the future. Let's focus on this match now. Çalhanoğlu with the ball, but he loses out on it. I think Çalhanoğlu has been a little bit underwhelming for us. He was very good in the first part of the season that we bought him, but I believe an injury hurt him a lot, and after he came back, he just wasn't out and out our best midfielder anymore. He was when we bought him, I believe, but I think now, looking back, maybe we overpaid a little bit, especially in his wages, as Frankfurt make it 2-2 here. Stefan Ilsanker makes it 2-2 in the 69th minute, but as I was saying, Çalhanoğlu, I might try to sell him on if we can find a replacement for him. Because I think he's just been underwhelming, and he's on 115,000 euros a week, which is a lot, which we don't want to pay him. So I might try to look and sell him on. It was a very good transfer when we got him in. I was surprised that we could get him in, but maybe we can get somebody even better, as Anthony scores his hat-trick, his 6th goal of the season, and half of those 6 goals have been in this game against Frankfurt. He puts us up again for a third time, 3-2, only 5 minutes left now, and surely that secures the win for us. Only injury time, and that's probably gonna be it. There's the full-time whistle, which means that we do get first place in the group stage, and we are unbeaten in this season's Champions League. We have won 4 and drawn 1. So a very good start to our Champions League campaign of this season. And I'm going to see you guys in just a second for that final game against Spurs. And here we are for the match against Spurs. As you saw, we are already secured our first position. The same cannot be said about AZ. They were in first after 5 games. But then they lost their last game and they finished in third. So they go down to the Europa League. We do progress in the Champions League, and this is the one game that we played in between. If we scroll down, we beat ADO Den Haag 2-1. I played an almost fully rotated side, so I was happy to get the win in the end. And also, this was the first time that we've won. We have won 10 consecutive matches, competitive matches that is. So I got the Steam achievement for that. I didn't know that I still didn't get that, to only have it now after 3 seasons in this save and 3 seasons, or 4 even, in the Puskás save. It's kind of disappointing, but still very good that we finally did get it. And also very good to see our form, that we haven't lost a single game in 16. So very happy with that. That's actually, we've only lost 2 games in the entire season, which is pretty good. Hopefully that is something that we can build on. But let's just get straight into the game. Andre Onana, Frimpong, Markovic, Gvardiol, Piri, Çalhanoğlu, Gravenberch, Anthony, Asensio, Boré, and Dolberg. And a couple of younger players on the bench. We have Churok, we have Aartsen, Taylor, and Brendel. Maybe a couple of players who can play a couple of minutes when we are leading. Hopefully we are leading. Of course, we don't know that yet, but hopefully we will be in that position to be able to play some youngsters and give them some game time, not only just game time, but in the Champions League against Spurs. Better than that, you cannot get. Also, I asked the board for more transfer budget and more wage budget. They declined both, but they did accept a stadium expansion, and that will start on the 8th of May next year, so in about 6 months' time at the end of this season. And it will be finished on the 5th of August, just 3 months after. So the entirety of the preseason, they will work on the stadium, and as soon as the regular season starts again, it should be finished, which should be good. I'm not sure yet how many seats will be added, but I cannot wait. I think this is actually in the 6 or 7 years that I'm playing Football Manager. I think this is one of the first times that I've asked for a stadium expansion and they've actually granted it, as Kasper Dolberg makes it 1-0 after just 14 and a half minutes played. Very, very happy with that. A good start by us. Haven't seen Spurs have a big chance yet. I'm sure they will get a big chance. Maybe here even in the 20th minute, Lucas, who is not allowed to score against us in any circumstance. Luckily he doesn't, and we get the ball. Anthony now dribbles towards goal. Anthony goes for goal, but he shoots it over, and it is a goal kick. Still 1-0 to us, and we get a free kick here. Anthony, but a good save by Areola, and it's still 1-0, but it was a good shot by Anthony, and we get the corner kick, but that one is cleared, and Spurs might be looking to counter here. Lucas, again, who I just said is not allowed to score under any circumstance. He does put in an okay cross, but it's cleared, and still 1-0, but still Spurs on the ball here. And we take it off of them. Gravenberch to Dolberg. A lot of space on the right side. Does he see it? He does not. And he loses the ball to Davinson Sanchez, of course. Another ex-Ajax player. Spurs, who have a lot of ex-Ajax players. Sanchez being one of them. Of course, they had Eriksen until they sold him to Inter. Alderweireld, Vertonghen. All of those players, ex-Ajax. I'm not actually seeing a lot of them still in the squad, only Sanchez, so I'm not sure. Of course, Vertonghen has gone to Benfica, Eriksen to Inter, but Alderweireld in real life is still there. He doesn't look to be still at the club in game. Not that that matters a lot, but still it's something that I like to look at. And that right there is almost the end of the first half. Çalhanoğlu puts in a cross to Markovic, and a okay save by Areola. It wasn't a good shot or a good header by Markovic. It wasn't actually even directed towards goal. So an easy save by Areola. And now Spurs again with a counter. And Dele Alli, that is the first big chance for Spurs, but he headed it over the goal. And there's the halftime whistle. We're still leading 1-0. So things are going well, but I would like to see them going a little bit better, because a 1-0 lead is definitely not a secure lead at all. So let's see what happens in the second half. Alright, so well that's gonna happen in the second half. Oliver Skip, after 1.5 minutes played, makes it 1-1, and we go again. We try to get the lead again. Let's berate the team because they're not doing well. And let's see if anything will happen in the second half. I'm sure something will happen, but I'm hoping that it is going to be in our favor. Gravenberch here with the ball to Frimpong on the right side. Back to Çalhanoğlu. Frimpong, Gravenberch, and Boré finishes it off, but it's offside and disallowed. Alright. So, still half an hour to go. And still 1-1. Should maybe, well, he did finish it, but it was disallowed, so can't really fault Boré there for trying. I mean, the fact that he was offside, there were a lot of players crammed together, so I'm not really putting the blame on him. I'm just hoping that we can at least keep a hold of the draw, but I'm hoping that we can get the win here. And we're going to make a substitution. We're going to get Dolberg off because he is injured, even though he has been playing okay. And it looks like we're going to get a penalty kick here. Asensio, the ref says it was a foul on him, and it is actually a penalty. Alright, so we take Dolberg off for Niklas Brendel, and Çalhanoğlu is going to take it, and he misses it. Alright, so we get the corner kick. Still 1-1. Should now definitely already be 2-1. But it's not, and Anthony with a poor pass or shot, not sure what that was. And only 15 minutes left now. Let's look to make one more sub here. Let's get Shurak on for Çalhanoğlu and Taylor for Gravenberg. Couple of more younger players, but I've got faith in them. Brendel now with the ball. Asensio, Çalhanoğlu, and he makes his penalty miss right again. He puts us back into the lead, 2-1. And he's going to get taken off of the field immediately. And we now have 3 younger players on the pitch. As Anthony takes the corner kick, doesn't lead to anything. But the most important thing is that we do have the lead here. Anthony gets the ball straight back. Gives it to Taylor, to Anthony again. Churok, the other substitute. Taylor out wide to Frimpong. Churok, Brendel almost with his first goal in the Champions League, but a good save by the goalkeeper. Also, our under-18s in the Youth Champions League or the Youth UEFA League or UEFA Youth League, however you want to call it, are first in the group as well. They've played 4 games. They've won every single one of them, and I think they have won every single game by more than 4 goals. So you could say that they've been doing pretty well in there. Brendel now with another chance, but it's blocked, and Spurs might now be looking to counter. Lucas again, and Spurs still on the ball. Origi loses it. Anthony now might set up a counter of our own here. Anthony goes past 2 defenders and misses the goal completely. And we are now in injury time. 4 minutes left. Asensio with a free kick. Vardiol with a good header, but just wide of the post. But a good try nonetheless. But it does look like, well, it's actually already certain. We have beaten Spurs twice now this season. We've beaten AC Milan twice this season. We have beaten and drawn against Eintracht Frankfurt as well. Spurs actually finishing in 4th. So they're not even getting any European football after the winter break. And speaking of that winter break, it's going to be a long one because we have the World Cup in Qatar. As you can see, we have 1 game in December, and other than that we have nothing. So that's the first game that we get is 31st of December, so we've got almost 2 months of no competitive football. So I am gonna arrange some friendlies, and then next episode, well, firstly what I always do of course is progress to the draw. We get some more money, but I'm gonna progress to the draw of the first knockout round, because I'm very, very curious who we are going to face in that first round. It's going to be a surprise for you guys for next episode, who we are going to face. That is going to be the next episode, of course, the first knockout round, both games. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys for that first knockout round very soon.